Okay, we're back. Oh my god, look at that massive bug. That's on the outside, yeah?
Yeah. Someone has said, after 6 months of travelling, do you still have feelings for each other?
Bruh.
Bum, bum, bum. You gotta hit us where it hurts, don't you?
Run.
I mean, I don't want to get emotional.
It's a bit awkward.
It's awkward. How much?
Of course we still have feelings for each other.
Yeah, I love you.
They've just got stronger, I think, from travelling.
You're my best friend, business partner.
You need something that's not just best friend and business partner. Lover.
Yeah, you're my lover. Love you. This is a good one.
What?
Because it's relative to a scenario recently. Who is your hall pass? If you don't know what a hall pass is, it is basically if Millie could go off and have a one-night stand with one person and I was not allowed to go and get mad at her, who would that person be?
So Kate asked me this the other day. I made a video about this on my TikTok and I said Billie Eilish. But this is an imaginary situation, do you know what I mean? Like, this wouldn't actually happen. And then Kate got really angry and that she wouldn't speak, that she was in a mood with me for the entire day.
Yeah, because you're not meant to have an answer. When someone asks you that question, you're not meant to know.
But she's being hypocritical because when I then said, well, what about you? Like, would you go on a date with Billie Eilish in this hypothetical situation? She said yes.
Yeah, obviously I would.
So obviously the double standards are not fair because you can't like say that I'm not allowed to have Billie Eilish as a hall pass and you are, like, unfair.
Maybe that kind of tainted our night in the villa, but hey ho. It sounds like we're in Love Island.
If you're in our night in the villa, if you're in a relationship, just don't ask that question.
That question is void. There is no answer.
The other question that you shouldn't ask is whenever we're watching a movie, I'm like, so, do you find her hot? And like, is she prettier than me? And then Kate will be like, and I'm like, why are you stumbling?
No,
like, don't actually answer that.
The right answer to that is, there's a girl on screen?
Yeah.
That is the answer you give. You're like, who are you talking about? I don't even know.
I do it every night. I'm so bad. Every night I'm like, so, if it's me, Scarlett Johansson and Bella Hadid.
She said this last night. And I was just like,
who would you pick?
And I'm like, you!
Yeah, correct answer. Right, next question. So what is your biggest regret whilst travelling?
My only regret is not coming sooner.
Oh, that's cute.
That is, I don't have any regrets. Things, don't get me wrong, we've had days from hell. My standards are on the floor after travelling in terms of like accommodation and everything.
Literally. Yeah, my biggest regret would be the same. We came out in January, travelling, not as gay. To be fair, for me, because I had my accident and I've like had 6 surgeries and I've been recovering, I wouldn't have been mobile enough to do this kind of travel. Which leads me on to my next question. This might be a little bit niche, but somebody asked me, like, I have mobility issues, can I travel? And as someone who has mobility issues, I would say yes, you can, but you want to get to a point where your health, like, you're not going to be needing to go to the hospital. If you can avoid going to the hospital here, like, I would strongly recommend.
Which, like, that sounds like an obvious to avoid going to the hospital, but I think Millie, in a place a year ago, would have constantly been thinking about your leg and like
you might have pain as well. Like I literally wounldn't have been able to do it. Like I've spent so much time, so many operations, so much time doing physio. It wouldn't have been physically possible for me to do it any earlier. So that's why it's not really a regret that we didn't come earlier, because there's been some activities that I haven't joined in on. Like for example, in Australia we had an opportunity to go skydiving, we had an opportunity to go whitewater rafting, quad biking, all of these amazing opportunities that I haven't been able to join in on because of the risk to my leg. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I had an accident about 3 years ago now. It's like affects me for the rest of my life. I'll link videos down below about like what happened. But the amount of stuff you have experienced, I could tell myself like in the hospital bed that I'd be having this experience.
Life keeps going.
That because when I had an accident, I was told that I would never walk again, that my leg was likely to be amputated. I never thought travelling was a possibility for me, and here I am like 3 years later after 6 months travel.
Some of the less strenuous activities have been the best. So,
tanning on the beach, that's my #1 activity anyway.
Don't let it stop you, but obviously within reason do your own research. I'm proud of everything you've done out here.
Love you. And if you can, get a golden retriever masked lesbian girlfriend to go with you, and then she'll carry your bags for you.
That's true, actually.
That's why she's so muscly.
So strong.
And what is your funniest memory whilst travelling?
When we were camping on a beach in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And we were having a few drinks and a bit of a party with our One Life travel group on our tour. and there's this one girl in our group who I would just say is a legend, and she was just reciting the words which I never expected to come out of her. What was the song?
It was like a UK classic, like Where Do You Know Me From?
Yeah.
If you know that song.
And it was just so funny, like
she was rapping it in this guy's face.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about, in the Philippines, like the standard of living is very different to the UK, and we didn't have like a shower or anything, and we were sleeping on the floor in these little huts, so we had to wash ourselves with a bucket and then run across in our towels.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was really funny. Drunk off rum, like across the beach,
That
running
just
in
reminded
towels.
me of the time in Australia where you flashed the group.
Oh no, that's not my funniest memory. That was traumatic.
Yeah.
I think I gave Kate the towel, and I was like, oh no, it's fine, I'll just wear this little sarong. I'm a little travel girl. And there was like literally 2 guys in our group, and I managed to walk out, and then the wind went just as like one of the only guys in our group was there. Another thing that I did do, when we were staying in Thailand, we were in this hostel and sharing boys and girls. I was asking the guys like where the showers were, and they just directed me in the direction of the showers. And then as I got in there, I was like, oh, this is a bit weird.
There's a lot of boys in here.
Like, oh, is it like a mixed shower then? And I asked 2 guys this because I was a bit unsure about the situation.
Yeah.
And both of them said, yeah, it's mixed shower. So anyways, I started having a shower, and all of a sudden I hear Kate shouting, Millie, where are you? Where are you?
And I'm like, oh my god, I know she's just gone for a shower and she's not in any of these.
Yeah.
And I just step into the boys and I'm like, Millie, are you in here? And you're like, yeah, I'm just like having a shower, Kate, what's the problem? I'm like, you're in the boys' shower.
It was so embarrassing.
Like,
it was funny though, it was like good band.
Good band, but I was also just like, of course you asked a bunch of boys if you're in the right one.
I
They
know,
were like,
sneaky. Scariest travel experience.
dun dun dun. I feel like because of the way we've done our travel, and we've done literally 95% of the 6 months we've been away on group tours, I haven't been scared very often because I've had the safety of a group of numbers for one, and a tour guide not taking us to stupid places, which perhaps would have happened a lot more if I was out here by myself and completely unaware of my surroundings. I don't feel like I've been in many scary situations since being out here. Do you have one?
I feel like the first thing that comes to mind is the road situation in Vietnam.
Yeah.
There is literally like 8 million bikes in the city of Hanoi.
There's more bikes than there is people.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I found that terrifying, to be honest. Like just crossing the road, like really, really scary.
I guess I immediately jumped to like dangerous, like being threatened on the street or something like that. But
touch wood, we've been pretty lucky with that. I think being in groups, like we've been more safe, and then we've been extra careful, like not going out really late at night, just the 2 of us. Like if we're planning on doing a dinner or going out to a bar, like we'll make sure we're in a group of people. Yeah,
or it's in like really short walking distance.
Yeah,
you're right. Not just in Vietnam, in Thailand, in Vietnam, in Bali. The scooter situation is very scary. In the Philippines as well, they were driving on the pavements. Like, scooters are #1 priority over human beings, cars, dogs, everything else in all of Southeast Asia. So that
oh my god, no, I just remember the situation, another scary situation when we were in Thailand and there were literally dogs with rabies.
Oh yeah.
That was so scary, and like we were just walking, this was an example of the time that we watched the 2 of us, and all of these dogs were like kind of climbing over the top of the hill, like looking over at us, and we were like
literally 30 dogs.
30 dogs.
Teeth, like
stray dogs.
Poking out, you know, they're covered in mange, they've got rabies,
like
and they're
red eyes, like frothing mouth.
Yeah.
So scary. We were like,
they circled us.
Yeah.
As well, and like
yeah, that was scary.
The dog situation in Thailand specifically, I think, was the worst.
Yeah. In Bali they seem to like look after the dogs a little bit more.
They seem to have collars and have a bit more ownership, even though they're not in the best health conditions.
Yeah. Last question. What is the weirdest place that we've done it whilst travelling?
That's very intensely private. You guys are cheeky asking this on Instagram. You know we can see who asked the question, by the way.
I would say joining the Mile High Club.
I can't believe you said that. We might have hung the curtains.
What's that from? Oh, from Baby Reindeer.
Yeah.
Well, has anyone seen Baby Reindeer? Because that has literally traumatized us. Also, if anyone has any recommendations for like Netflix series, random thought, but like we have just finished Baby Reindeer, we've also just finished The Gentleman, we're now we're banging out Sex in the City, which I'm obsessed with.
It's so good.
Yeah, so if you have any other Netflix recommendations whilst we're traveling, let us know. But anyways, that's all we have time for this week. So if we missed anything out, if you guys have any extra questions, please drop them down below.
I'll DM you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I love hearing these juicy questions. I never know what you guys are thinking about our travels.
Yeah.
And you get to know us a lot more when you ask these questions, I think.
Yeah.
So make sure, you send over that DM.
Yep, and we will be back next week with another video.
Don't miss out. Hit subscribe.
Bye.
Bye, friends.